Hey, what is up guys, JarvisTings here. Today is a brand new YouTube video, except I haven't uploaded in like 3 weeks, but that's aside from the point. But anyways, here at the bottom right of your screen, as you can see, is Glorious Model of Minus. Yes, I have gotten the Glorious Model of Minus. Yeah, basically today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over this mouse, seeing the ups and downs, and at the end, seeing if you should buy this mouse. Alright guys, getting straight into this review, I'm going to be showing off the software itself, firstly. So on the software, you can configure all the buttons here: left button, right button, middle button, forward, back, DPI loop. All these buttons feel really smooth, and I'll talk more about that later in the video. You can also edit macros right here. You can have a macro list, your key list, modify them, make a new macro, delete. You can also record your macros right here and insert events. But yeah, basically you can also have your shift DPIs to whatever you like. So this is similar to Logitech software for the DPI thing, where each DPI you can change whatever you want it to be. So it's 400, 800, 1600, 3200, then 5000, then 10,000. But these two you can check off if you want. But also at the bottom of the mouse, there's a little light that just indicates each DPI, which you could set to color, which mine right now is on 1600, and the bottom of my mouse has a little red light. But yeah, that's for the DPI. Then here for the lighting, you could change, of course, the lighting of your mouse. Glorious mode, which is the default one, which I usually use. I haven't really explored that yet, but yeah, there's probably some other videos for that. Another thing is the mouse parameter. You can just change the millimeters and do that stuff, but I don't think you guys care about that. So another thing, the polling rate. Another thing you guys probably don't care about. I just have mine at 1000 hertz. I don't even know what this does, but you Minecraft people shouldn't care about this, but the people have been asking for this. You guys all clicked on this video probably to just look at this debounce time. Of course, I set it to the lowest for debounce time. You just gotta click apply once you do that. But basically, debounce time is the thing that helps your CPS, and everyone talks about this mouse like, oh my god dude, I'm gonna buy this mouse because of debounce time, dude. But yeah, basically that is basically it for the software. And you can also create other profiles, delete profiles, I think that's what it is. And you can export and import profile and name it something. So yeah, that's it for the software. Pretty simple. Alright guys, we're into our first game. So basically in this game, I'm going to be testing everything, telling you about maybe your hand size. The debounce time, I might get into another game because this might take multiple games. But I'll talk about the clicking styles, your hand size, how to ambidextrous mouse, and yeah. Let's get into it. Alright guys, straight into the game. The clicking feeling is already amazing. If you're translating or going from Logitech type mice, maybe a G Pro or G502, this mouse's clicks will feel really nice and light, just like Logitech's mice, and maybe Razer's mice. But I can't really talk about that because I do not have a Razer mice. This mouse can basically do all the clicking styles. So we're talking normal clicking, of course, butterfly clicking, which most mice can already do. Jitter clicking, it's actually pretty good at, but I do not do, so I can't really talk on that a lot. And it can do drag clicking. Of course, it cannot do ball clicking.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Nah, I'm joking. It can do basically every single clicking style you wish it to do, except the troll ones, except the ones you see in bedless news thumbnails and all that bullshit. But basically, yeah, it feels really good for all clicking styles. I'll test those further in. Normal clicking, jitter clicking, which I'm not really good at, and I can't even do. Drag clicking, of course. But yeah, those are some clicking styles to show that this mouse can actually do all the clicking styles I just said. But yeah, let's try and kill this guy. The PvP feeling on this mouse is really good. Of course, the debounce time helps because of the DPS, and that's the main reason people buy this mouse. But honestly, now that I think of it, now that I have the mouse, if I knew about most of the things in this mouse, I would 100% bought it for not just the debounce, because I think that's what most people do, and that's why you're here to see all the other things about it, other than the debounce time, of course, which is the most common point about this mouse. Yeah, moving on to the bridging feel, basically this one doesn't really matter if you like hold right click when you bridge like me, but I'm guessing most of you guys there do not out there, do not hold right click and just click, butterfly click it. The bridging feeling is really nice, because when you click, you have that good click feeling, as the first point, where it's really like tactile and nice. It's really, really strong. It's a really good feeling, should I say. Moving on to the next point, the hand size. For this mouse, hand size, like small to medium, is a really good size because it's really similar to the G Pro, and it's like basically the same size. I did a size comparison before once I got the mouse. I mean, and it's actually really similar to its aspects, of course, other than some features which I will talk about. But yeah, the hand size thing can also depend on the way you hold the mouse. So, for example, if you do palm grip, this mouse might not be really good for you, but for me, I still palm grip it with like kind of medium sized hands, maybe a little closer to large than smaller side, of course, because you already know your boy got some huge hands. But anyways, it's good. And I gotta say, this is an ambidextrous mouse, so if you are coming from a G502 or maybe one of the Razer mice that is not ambidextrous, then you might not, you have to get used to this for sure, but it's pretty easy to get used to. I used to use a G502, then I switched to a G Pro. Well, I already had the G Pro before, but I just stopped using G502 because of course it's not really good for Minecraft. But yeah. Moving on, the way back to the way you hold the mouse. If you are holding it claw, basically, I guess you can run away with having any size hand. Claw, which I normally don't do. I only do FPS games. Yeah, that PvP feeling is really nice on this mouse. Holy pots, Jesus. Yeah, anyways, aside from that, let's get back to the focus of this review. But basically, if you claw grip, I highly recommend this because it doesn't even matter basically what your hand size is unless it's very big. I mean, you ain't Kawhi Leonard, so I think you should be fine. But yeah. All right, on to the honeycomb feeling. So basically, on this mouse, let me show it on the camera real quick. There's a honeycomb, basically like around everywhere. Oh wait, is this guy on me? Oh, he is. But yeah, let me try and showcase my freaking mouse, dude. Come on. But anyways, there's a honeycomb, basically patterning on the mouse to reduce the weight. Of course, to like 58 grams for the Model Minus, which I have right now. But what I'm doing right now, but it's fucking trash. Basically, honey grip or the honeycomb feeling / grip, it's gonna have an effect on your grip, of course. My hands tend to get sweaty with this, so I usually just wipe my hands like every other fucking second. But it's okay because I'm just getting used to it, and I recently just got this mouse, just like maybe most of you guys will do after this review. But yeah, moving on from the honeycomb feeling is the scroll wheel. Scroll wheel is actually really nice and strong. Some people report the scroll wheel going left and right, but for my model, or the one I got, it's not happening. So I think you guys should be fine on this. It just depends if the UPS driver, or if that FedEx driver is just throwing this package straight to the doorstep from like 5 miles away. But like, he hopefully ain't doing that, so like, I think you should be fine. But yeah, moving on. Actually, not moving on yet. This scroll wheel, it might feel hard to scroll at first if you're coming from, again, a Logitech mice or a Logitech mouse. Whoa. Okay, never mind. It was invisible. But basically, if you're coming from a G Pro that has a really easy scroll wheel, or maybe another mouse that has a really easy scroll wheel, you might not get used to this right away, but it's of course gonna loosen up. So when you first buy it, it's gonna be kind of hard. Maybe scroll, maybe not for you, but eventually it'll be really easy and loosened up. What is this guy doing? Let's just throw a fireball at him. Come on, another one. But yeah, also another topic, since we are on the scroll wheel topic, the mouse buttons. They're really nice, and this guy is very amazing at this game. But anyways, let me just get into another game. Alright, back to the review. So basically, I was on the mouse buttons thing. So the mouse buttons are really nice. People are saying it moves left and right. Mine barely does that, and it depends, of course, on your actual mouse that you get from the delivery guy. Or if it's fucked up, your model. But I don't think it should be. Mine isn't really. But I'll get to that later. More into that later on some other buttons maybe. But yeah, these mouse buttons are really nice. Moving on to the next thing is the side buttons. So basically, I used to have my Optifine on this side button right here called mouse button 5, and that's mouse button 4. The one mouse button 4 is really nice and solid for me. But the thing about mouse button 5 is it sometimes gets stuck, or it's really loose. So I kind of had to unbind mouse button 5 for most of my games. But this again might be a thing with the model, or with your specific mouse, and not like all mice of the Model O minus or the Model O. But of course, I don't actually know if this is only a thing for Model O minus, but I think it is also for the Model O, because this mouse button 5 is really loose for me. It's really weird, and I have to bind my Optifine to another one. But it's not a big deal. It's still usable, and it's still really nice. It's a really nice feel to the click, of course. It has basically no change in my game. It doesn't really change the way I play or anything, so it shouldn't affect you. But basically, yeah, that's about the side buttons. Finally, for the topic you've all been waiting for, the D-bounce. So, basically, I know you guys are all watching this video. You're like, oh my god, dude, I can't wait to get this mouse because it has D-bounce time. It's going to improve my CPS. It actually does improve my CPS, first of all. I used to be averaging, like, probably 13 or 14. My peak now is like 22, but like I'm never gonna get their average, of course. I'm just averaging like at least 15 usually now. And yeah, but basically it does improve your CPS, and it's not, from what I'm thinking, I don't think it's bannable. Oh, nice block, but I don't think it's bannable. I have seen like one person get banned, but like other than that, I don't think anyone got banned. There's probably actually been multiple people banned for this, but I have not. But basically, people are saying, "Oh, D-bounce time is unfair." Once you get this mouse, you're just gonna be fighting those people. You're gonna be like, "Nah, bro, just spend the $50." But yeah, basically, the D-bounce time is really nice. It improves your CPS, and I can confirm it does. If you watch this recording, look at my CPS throughout the video, compare it to my old solo videos, where I had the G-Pro, or one of the Handcam videos, because you can see the G-Pro. But yeah, also, if you have been looking at my Handcam this whole time, you might have noticed that the RGB, the RGB on this mouse is actually amazing. So I have some really nice RGB. Actually, it's kind of bright. I don't know if it's that bright, because I don't really have any other super bright RGB things to compare to, but it's at least a little bright, and it looks really nice with the mouse. And I can't lie, dude, I really like the RGB on this mouse. It's probably the best RGB I ever had on a mouse. Of course, because I have my Logitech mice. Those, I would say, aren't as good as this RGB. Yeah, guys, that basically sums it up for this video. I hope you guys have a better idea of if you want to buy the Model O minus / Model O. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more reviews, maybe on the G Pro, or maybe on my keyboard, or my headset, or anything else, any of my peripherals, hit the like button, subscribe, and also comment below anything you want me to do for next video. Anyways, see you in the next video.